They call completing the square. Do you remember the paper I gave you, the summary? The summary here? So completing the square is part of the unfactorable. Okay? So let's review a little bit what have we learned for phi A, phi B, phi C, and phi D. So right here. Okay, so last time what did we learn? We learned how to solve this. Is there any of you actually follow YouTube of any mathematician math channel?
Me.
Which one? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Even one extra point. No, just. If you want, you can follow this guy. 3 blue, 1 brown. 3 blue, 1 brown. Also, I also follow this guy, Eddie Wu. That he gonna be on conference this Saturday, this Friday. Also, the one is I think a lot of students found it very helpful is organic chemistry. Organic chemistry tutor. He makes everything sound very understandable. Sometimes I also watch this, to compare the way I can explain to you. So yeah, this guy is kind of higher level. He's in Harvard or something, and he make everything abstract to become like visualization that you can understand very easily. Very, very good guy. Okay. How do we handle this last time? How do we learn how to handle this? We go back to phi A, phi B, phi C, phi D. Okay. Remember, if you want to solve for polynomial, you want to break them out into some linear like this, and then you set each factor to be 0. Okay. So what number here? So that's this one going to be 0. 6. Or if you want to solve for this, you can just flip the sign. Because opposite side, when you add them, they're going to be 0. Right? So 6 minus 6 is 0. How about this? X equal to? It's going to be positive 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Right? That's phi A. Easy? How about number 2? Raise your hand. Raise your hand to get point. Anybody else? Raise your hand. How did you gonna solve this? You take in the square root because what is the square term? Is the square term is the x or the square term is x minus 5? X minus 5, right? So the square term is isolated by itself. Then you can take in the square root, both sides. So square and square root they cancel out. So you're gonna have x minus 5. What is square root of 6? 6. Oh, but you said the answer? Did I say the answer? What is square root of 36? 6. Right? Is that so far so good? Yeah? No. Plus minus. Okay? That means you have two solutions. One is the 6 and one is negative 6. Right? So what is the solution here? X equal to? So you're gonna add 5 to both sides. This is very similar to the quiz you just did on Monday. Okay? So 6 plus 5 is 11. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. Okay? Also, just to remind you, what is the square root of 64? And then what is when you're solving this? I think I said after the quiz, but here to remind you. When I ask you to evaluate this, what is square root of 64? It's just 8. Okay, it's just 8. But when you're solving it, that means solving, you find some number up here. So that when you square it, you're going to 64. That's kind of different thing. So if you take in the square root here, you're going to be x equal to plus minus 8. So plus minus 8 not happen over here. Okay, if you have plus minus here, it's going to be 1 hung up though. So plus and minus only happen when you solve for the x. Because negative 8 squared is still 64. x squared is also 64. But square root of 64 is just 8. Does it make sense? So you don't have plus minus here, you only have plus and minus when you're solving it. Okay? Alright. Give 1 point to Jose. Number 3. Everyone help me with number 3? Alright, open.
Get two numbers that multiply to get -6.
Right, so you're finding two numbers multiplied by 5. And that somehow they can add to 6. Okay? So 5, you're going to have 5, 1, or only one pair. So x 5, x 1. What is the sign? What is the sign of 5 and the sign of 1? Can give you -6. Negative. Very good. And what is the answer then? What is the solution? X equal to 5 and x equal to 1. It's a review, okay? It's just review. Let's give over at 1 point. Now number 4. Who can help me with number 4? Anyone else? Leila? Gemma?
You look for the factors of both the 2x squared and -3.
Right. So this one you don't have any number on the front. That's why you just have x times x. Because x times x is going to give you x squared. But this one you have some number in the front. If you just put x and x, they're not going to give you x squared. So that's why you need to start factor the front first. 2 and 1. Order doesn't matter, it's a 2 and 1 here. And now you want to start with the back, okay? 3, 2 number multiplied to 3.
1, 3.
3 and 1.
3.
Right? And
3 and 1.
and 1, 3. Order on the back matters, right? So good? Yes? Okay. Now, if you want to choose which one? So let's do 3, 1. Okay? How do you check it? How do you try to get the 5, -5? Smiley way, right? This is smiley, yeah? Okay. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. Do you think 3 and 2 give you -5?
Minus both.
Yes? Can 3 and 2 give you 5? Yes? Okay, so -3, -2. -3, -2. Is that a correct one? How do you know it's the correct one? Right, so if you multiply this, 3 and 1, -3 and -1, they're not going to give you -3. So very, very exceptional case, or some rare case when you you have some this happen. They give you the middle one, but they're not going to give you the correct sign. Okay? So this is not the one. So which one is not? This is the only one you have left is 1 and 3. Oh, sorry? So instead of 3, 1, you're going to do 1, 3. Okay, what is the sign of this? 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 3 is 6. What is the sign of 1 and 6? Can give you -5. Positive 1 and -6. So positive 1, I want you to be positive. -6, so I want you to be negative. Okay? So 1 times -3. Oh, 1 times -3 give me -3. So this is correct one. What is the solution? Solution x equal to? Alright, Gemma, you on here, right? X equal to?
-1/2.
Very good. And x equal to?
3.
Alright, that's good. Let's give Gemma 1 point. So you flip this, divided by this. You flip this, you have this. Yeah? Hope it refresh your mind. What we have been learning for the 5A, 5B, 5C, 5D. Now can I erase this? Yeah? Okay. Alright, so that's last time today. Alright. How are we gonna do with this? Yeah, take your time right here. Ready? Okay. Why this is new? Why we can't handle this yet? Because you can't factor it. What are two numbers multiplied to 23? 1 and 23. You think 1 and 23 can give you 10? Uh-oh. So this is not the one that we have been learning. This is on the paper I gave you. 3 terms, right? On the 3 terms. It's factorable or unfactorable. If it's factorable, that's what you're gonna doing right here. But if it is unfactorable, down here is quadratic formula, but we've not learned that yet. Okay? Quadratic formula derived from this method, completing the square. So that's why I want to introduce you to completing the square first, and then we're gonna go that one later. Okay? Completing the square. So first, this one is unfactorable. Unfactorable. Alright, so we're gonna do completing the square. Okay? Can I erase this? It's very interesting, so I want to. So last year when I teaching this, I just give them the procedure, the step by step. And I found that a lot of students kind of try to memorize it and then it's kind of confused. Because when you do a test, they forgot. So now I'm gonna explain to you what is completed square is. And then you can memorize better. Okay, so this is new thing. New way of teaching this year. So let's say I'm going to give you not the square. What is the name? Complete the square. You're going to complete this square. Okay? This is a rectangle. Now, I'm going to show you how to make this one become a square. Okay? So what do we have? Let's do this one. X squared minus 10. Right? Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Great. So x squared minus 10x. We complete the square. Like waiting for another food coming. When I say this and food coming. Complete the square? Okay, never mind. X and x. Negative 10x. Do you agree this is going to be x squared? What is the area of the square when the side is stacked in x? X squared, right? Do you agree with me here? Yeah? So stop me anytime, okay? Stop me anytime if you want to clarify something. Because I want you to really understand this. Complete the square. Literally, we try and complete the square. Okay? So let's make it like a square, more like a square. Okay. Now, negative, we don't care about this. Okay? So actually, you know what? Let's move this one over. This is also the first step. Move the number to the other side. Let's do that first. We don't need to care about this. So x squared minus 10x equal to what? Negative 23. Okay? That's actually the first step you need to do. Always, maybe write down. Always move number to the other side. Number or constant to the other side. So what's good? Okay. So negative 10x. This is going to be negative 10. This is going to be negative 10. This is going to be x. What is the area of this one? Negative 10x. Do you agree? Yes? If this side is going to be negative 10, if this side is going to be negative 10, and this side is x, do you agree the area of this is negative 10x? Do you agree? Yeah, so negative 10x is here. So this is how you visualize, put this into picture. So far so good? Now how do we complete the square? How do we make the rectangle to be a square? Huh? So you're gonna add something on the bottom, that's good. But how do you add it? Huh? Join it. Just join it. You need to get something. So the way Jose said is maybe you can make something like this to make a square, but that's going to be a big square. I want to minimize it. I want to get something over here to make the square. What do you think? No, don't worry about number. So always move the number to the other side. We don't need to worry about this. Okay? Any idea? If I give you a rectangle, I want you to make the square from that rectangle. What you gonna do?
Cut in half.
Cut what in half? The whole thing in half?
The rectangle.
The rectangle here?
Or the measurements.
You mean you cut this rectangle in half? Cut half is kind of on the right track. But what in half? X, cut this one by half. If you have this rectangle, if you have this rectangle, how you make it a square? I have this one is X, this one is 10. I'm gonna cut this in half. I'm gonna cut the 10. Okay? Now watch this. I'm gonna cut this in half. Y, you will see Y. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one in half. Okay? Now, this is the side of the rectangle, the new one. What is the side of this length? 5. Negative 5, right? So this is negative 5. This is negative 5. This is also negative 5. This is also negative 5. So what's good? Okay. Now let me ask you this. What is the side of this one? X, right? This is the X. This is good. Because this is the square. What is the side of this one? Also? X. Same side. Right? So, can we just move this X over here? Same X anyway, right? So what I say in this is also X. This is also X. Maybe we can make it a little bit longer to become, yeah, so make it, so your mind can see it easier. Right, so this is X. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna move this rectangle here with the side X over here to the side X. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to move this one over here to this X. So what is the side over here? What is the side on the over here? Did you move this one over here? What is the side over here?
5 plus X.
X? Alright. If I move, okay, let's say, if I move this one from here, I move over here. What is the side of this?
5.
Close. Negative 5, right? This is negative 5 and X. This is the negative 5 and X. Now I'm going to move over here. X is actually the same. So this is the X. This is the X and this is negative 5. Negative 5. X, right? Can you visualize that? This over here, right? So now this is going to be negative 5. This is going to be negative 5. Okay. And this is going to be X. So what's good? Yeah? So now I have this. This is gone. I'm going to have this. So I'm going to make dotted line. That's me, this gone. Okay. So right now, what do we have if we have this one? All right. So what's it good? What is the side of this one? X minus
5.
X minus 5. What is the side of this one?
X minus 5.
X minus 5. Do you agree that is a square now?
Yeah.
But it's missing this hole right here, right? This is the one you need to find so that you can complete the square. So that's the step to complete the square, okay? You need to find this. I'm gonna using the green one. You need to find this to complete the square. But what is this? You have all the information to find what is the area of this one. What is the side over here? Negative 5. What is the side over here? Negative 5. What is the area of this one? Huh? Negative 25? 25. Does it make sense? I'm saying it again. What is the sign here? Negative 5. We just move over here, right? This is negative 5. What is the sign here? Also negative 5. Why negative 5? Because we cut the negative 10 in half, right? So negative 5, negative 5. It's actually a square. So what is the area of this square? Negative 5 times negative 5 is?
25.
25. So that's Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new square. We just did complete the square. Yeah? So last year I didn't actually explain this. I thought this is going to be hard for them to understand. But then I just showed them step by step. They really don't understand what's going on. They just memorized the step and they forgot during the test. So now I think it actually for your level this year, I think you can understand this, right? And then I'm going to show you the step when you apply to here. Very easy, okay? So, in order to complete the square, you need to add what? 25 to complete the square, right? So what you're going to do, I'm going to write this one over here. X squared minus 10x equal to negative 23. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this 25 to this. Okay? But when you add 25 on one side, what do you do to the other side? You need to do the same thing. So you need to add 25 to both sides. Okay? So what do you have? X squared minus 10x plus 25. What is negative 22 plus 25? 2. Right? Now, this is a new square. Now we complete the square already. When you add 25, you actually complete the square. What is the sign of the square again? X minus 5, right? X minus 5. X minus 5, that's the square. So this whole thing becomes x minus 5 squared. Right? That's the area of this square. Do you agree? Side times side, x minus 5 times x minus 5, x minus 5 squared. You just complete the square already. So now this is equal to 2. Do you know how to solve this? Example number 2, review. We just did. Right? Square term is already isolated. What are you going to do? Take in the square root and then cancel this. Now this is what we learned before you already. X minus 5 equal to plus minus square root of 2. Plus minus. Right? And then you're going to move the 5. You're going to move the 5. So your solution going to be x equal to 5 plus minus square root of 2. Now who thought about this in the beginning is very genius. You think that? In order to solve this, what they do is they just neglect the number first. They're trying to complete the square from these two so that you have something square and then you know how to solve this. That's really very genius. Yeah? So I'm gonna tell you the way to do this without drawing and calculating. Okay? So far so good? Yeah? Don't worry. Just hang in there. The more you do it, then this is just abstract. I'm gonna show you what's happening, but the more you do it, you'll know what step you're gonna do. All right, can I erase this? Okay. I'm gonna keep the picture over there. Let's see. Number 6. X squared minus 2x minus 7 equals to 0. So I'm gonna tell you what is the step you're gonna do. Okay, ready? Also, let me know if I go too fast or anything you don't understand, okay? Yeah? Okay, so look what we actually did over here. Can anyone tell me what we did in the beginning? What we did first?
Move the 7 to the end.
Yes, you always need to move the number to the other side, right? So move the 7. Move the 7. So x squared minus 2x equal to 7. That's the very first step you need to do. Okay? Now what did we do on this rectangle over here? What is the very first step you need to do? Huh?
We broke up the x squared.
Yeah, right. But then what is the actual step we do to make the rectangle become the square? We cut it in half. But we cut what?
The rectangle.
We cut the 10. We cut the middle one, the middle number. What is the middle number here? 2. We divide that one by half. Okay? So completing the square is the step you're gonna do right here on the side. You can do on the side of paper, whatever. Okay? Completing the square is here. You divide this one by 2. Divide the middle number by 2. Okay? The middle number here is negative 2. So negative 2 divided by 2. Oh, can you see the green? It's hard to see the green. Okay, so negative 2 divided by 2 is what? Is negative 1. Right? That's what we did over here. We cut this number in half. What next? Well, after we cut this, we move this one over here. And then how do we find this number over here? You square whatever number you cut in half. Right? This is negative 5. This is negative 5. And then in order to find this missing piece, I square them. So this is negative 1. What I'm going to do next? I'm going to square it. What is negative 1 squared? 1. That's completing the square step. Only 2 steps only. It's only 2 steps. Right? This is the missing square. And then what did we do with the 25? We add to the both sides, right? So now I have 1. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. Add 1 to both sides. Add 1 to both sides. So x squared minus 2x plus 1. What is 7 plus 1? 8. We complete the square already. But here's the thing. What does this become? It's going to become x and then half of this. Negative 5 is the half of the middle number, right? So it's going to be x minus 1. This number right here. Whatever you divide by 2, that's the number you're going to put in here. So minus 1 squared equal to 8. And then we're done. Okay? Because you know how to solve it already. So completing the square step is actually only 2 steps. Divide the middle number by 2. So this middle number right here is where I'm getting it. Okay? Divide that number by 2 and then square it. And then I add that number to both sides. So this will become x minus 1 squared. The number when I divided by 2. Sound good? And then you can solve from here, right? How do you solve it? How do you solve it? You want to take what? Square root. You want to take square root both sides. So x minus 1 equal to? Equal to what? 2 square root of 2, right? So square root of 8 is 4 times 2, and 4 is 2 into 2. 2 same number, they go out. I still have this one left inside, so 2 square root of 2. So far so good?
Plus minus.
Plus minus, don't forget that, okay? Plus minus. And then I want to solve for the x. I plus 1 on both sides. X equal to 1 plus minus 2 square root of 2. Okay? Any questions so far? Is it better? Is it a symbol give you a better idea what's going on? Who can summarize for me what's happening? So what we're gonna do to complete the square? Dana, can you summarize what we're gonna do to complete the square? Really? Alisa? Alejandra? Leila, let's go. Yes. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna move the number to the right side first, right? And then you divide the middle number by 2. Half them, and then you square it, and then add to both sides, right? So what is this become? This become the half of it, right? So x, and then whatever you divide by half, this become the square, right? X minus 5, x minus 5. X minus 1, because negative 1 is the one you divide by half, right? X minus 5 here. It's squared, become 8. And now this is good. You know how to do this already. Yeah? Alright, let's see play that 1 point. Okay, I'm gonna do one more example and then you can get a mini whiteboard just to solve it. Okay? Can you erase it? Okay. You don't have a lot of example this lesson though. You want to do a meter whiteboard for this one, or you want me to do one more time? One more time. Sure. Let's write down first. Is the picture help you? Yeah? You can visualize things, right? Yeah. This is where they're gonna get the quadratic formula by completing the square. Ready? You can tell me, raise your hand, okay? Who can tell me what is the first step I need to do? Very first step, Arely. Yes, you want to move the number to the other side. Whatever number you have, you need to move to the other side. We don't care about this, okay? So minus 13 is going to be x squared plus 14x equal to negative 13. All right, let's give Arely 1 point. Raise your hand. Who can tell me what the next step I'm going to do? Dana. You divide the middle number by 2, okay? The one go with the x. So you can do on the side, okay? You can do on the side of the paper, on the side of your work. So I'm going to do it like this. 14 divided by 2 is 7, okay? That 1 point for Dana. And then Vanessa, what are you going to do next? We already divided by 2. So what are we going to do next? Yeah, you square it, right? So 7 squared. Why you square? Why you square it? Because you want to find what is the missing square, right here. The step divided by 2 is to cut it, you move it. And now the step to square it because you want to find what inside of the new one. Make sense? So 7 squared is what? 49, right? Let's give Vanessa 1 point. Now what we're going to do with that? What we're going to do with this piece of square here? What we're going to do with it? Raise your hand. What we're going to do with 49? You're going to add 49 to both sides, okay? 1 point for Gemma. Very, very easy question. Just raise your hand, it's a point, okay? So what do we have with x squared plus 14x plus 49 equal to, what is the negative 13 plus 49? 36, okay? These two things right here is where you want to complete the square right here. Only 2 steps, okay? To complete the square. All right, who can help me the last step to rewrite as a new square? What is the new square? Who can help me to write a new square like this? What is the side? What is x plus 7. This is positive 14. So this is also positive 7. That's why you need to have plus 7. Okay? If it is negative, then you're going to have negative. But if it is positive, you have positive. So x plus 7 squared equals to 36. And now you can solve for it, right? What we're going to do? Take 1 point for Layla. Nico, what are we going to do? Square root both sides. X plus 7 equal to, what is square root of 36? 6. So, plus minus 6. So one solution I have is x plus 7 equal to 6. X plus 7 equal to negative 6. X equal to negative 1 and x equal to negative 13. That's 2 solutions. Okay? I minus 7 here, minus 7 here, minus 7 here, minus 7 here. Is that good? All right, get me the whiteboard. can get some over here. Let me give you more. Okay. I will get more marker. Here. You're running out of markers? An eraser? I'm going to ask for eraser. Okay. Number 8. I'll give you easy one. The next one is hard, so I'll give you easy one. Let's do easy one first. First, you're gonna move every number, all the number to the other side, -1. I think you all get this one, so I'm gonna just show how to do it fast. Right, and then the complete the square happen on the side. Let's do it on the side here. I want to take half of this. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then I'm going to square it. So you can take time to write into your note too, okay? Make sure you copy down to your note as well. 2 squared is 4. What am I going to do with this 4? I'm going to add to both sides. Both sides, not just one side, okay? So add 4. Add 4, add 4. So x squared plus 4x plus 4. What is -1 plus 4? 3. And then this whole thing here become x plus 2. When you divide it by 2, that's the one you're gonna, the new square, right? When you divide it by 2, that's the new one.
Yeah.
So plus 2 square equal to 3. Then this is easy now, right? You're gonna take the square root because the square term is isolated. So now what you're gonna have is x plus 2 equal to what? Plus minus square root of 3. You cannot do anything with the square root of 3, so keep it like this. And then how can I get rid of the positive 2? Minus 2. So x equal to -2 plus minus square root of 3. Good. The next lesson is about quadratic formulas. Is just memorize the formula. Easy. Okay? All right. Number 9. So only 2 minutes. X squared minus 6x minus 1 equal to -91. Okay, so first we're gonna plus 1, and then you get -1 plus 1 is -90. Next, we're gonna complete the square on the side. So -6 divided by 2, -3. -3 squared is 9. What are you gonna do with the 9?
You're gonna add it to both sides.
You add to both sides. Very good. Add to both sides. So you're gonna have x squared minus 6x plus 9 equal to -90 plus 9 is
-81.
-81. Very good. Now next, Irene, what does this become? X?
X minus 3.
X minus 3. This comes from here. Okay, when you take the half of it. When you take half of it, that's where it's the new one, new square. So -3 squared equal to -81. All right? Good. But Jeremiah, you know what's coming, right? So what are you going to do with this? X minus 3 squared equal to -81.
Square root both.
You're going to take square root both sides. Very good. So x minus 3 equal to? So when you see the negative inside the square root, to take the square root normally, what is square root of 81? 9. Okay, and then the negative inside square root become I. All right, you still have the plus and minus. Okay, now what are you going to do with -3? Plus 3. So Jeremiah, is that 9 plus 3 is going to be 12, right? And then -9 plus 3 is -6, right?
Yeah.
No. This one have I, this one doesn't have I. Remember, this one is imaginary part, and this one is real part. You cannot add them. You can add a real one with the fake one, for example, right? So what you gonna write? 3 plus minus 9i. Okay? So you all get to this step. Very good. But be careful, you cannot add them. Because one is imaginary, have the I, one doesn't have the imaginary. Like the real part. Make sense? Okay, good. Just two more and we're done. Oh, can we erase this? Yeah. I did anyway. Take your time to copy down, copy over your notes. Okay? Ready? Add 12, move the number to the other side. And then here, the middle number. So completing the square happen here. You divide that middle number by 2, square it, add that number to both sides, and then we get this. Okay, who else? What next? Areli? I mean Sabrina. Oh, I'm missing +4. Write them as a square. What is this? New square. U minus. That's happened right here. So that's the -2. So that means u minus 2 squared equal to 16. Right? All right. Sabrina, 1 point, and then Alejandra. You're gonna take the square root. So what do you have? U minus 2 equal to
4.
plus minus 4. Okay? Don't just do like this. They are real number. You can add them, right? They're all real number. Combine that term. So if you keep like that, it's still 1 point off. So that means one of them is 4, one of them is -4, right? So 1 point for Alejandra, and then who else didn't get a point? Raise your hand, you get the point back. Any? I forgot. Alright, anyone? Brittany? Help me, last one.
Add by 2.
Right? Add 2. So u will go to 4 plus 2 is?
6.
And then -4 plus 2 is?
2.
Huh? -2. Okay? Alright. The reason I says 3 point, but then you got 3 point because you all did the long way. I can do this in 2 lines. What are 2 numbers multiplied to 12? Do you think 6 and 2 will give you 4? What is the side of 6 and side of 2 give you -4? What is the answer? U equal to? U equal to? That's it, 2 lines. Why? Because this one is factorable. So you need to check it. Is it factorable? You save a lot of time. That's the 3 point, but no one got 3 point anyway. So always check if it is factorable or not. If it is factorable, that's save a lot of time. If unfactorable, then you're gonna do complete the square. Okay? So write a note. Here. Always check if it is factorable. Okay? It's gonna save you a lot of time. Last one. Last one, and then I'm gonna tell you the meaning of one of homework problem, and then that's it. Is it 11? 11 right now. 3K, this is the K. Okay? So we have always check if it is factorable. Okay? And then always get a to be 1. A need to be 1. What is a anyway? Well, a is the number in front of the one square. Remember? So that means the coefficient of the square need to be 1. Oh, you have 3 right here. You need to get rid of the 3. Like divide everything by 3. So we're gonna look at this. If this one is 3, again, then this is not the square anymore. This is a rectangle. Unless you have square root of 3, and then it's gonna give you 3x squared. But that's gonna be very ugly. So write this note out. Need. So you need a to be 1. Okay, need to divide everything by a. If a is not 1, you need to divide everything by a to get a equal to 1. So if a is already 1, like this, it's already 1. You don't need to do anything. But if it is not 1, for example, in this one you have a equal to 3. Right? This one a equal to 3. So then you need to divide everything by 3. So in this step, factor the 3 and then divide everything by 3. Whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other side. So this is gone. So you have k squared minus 4k plus 1 equal to, what is negative 15 divided by 3? Negative 5. Alright, now what next? Let's see what next.
You add 1.
Huh?
The 1.
Add 1?
I mean subtract.
You subtract 1. Just subtract 1. So k squared minus 4k equal to negative 6. Good. Now what next? Obed?
Yeah, negative 4
So negative 4
divided by 2.
divided by 2. The complete square happened here. And then what you gonna do with this?
You square negative.
You square it, you have 4. So you wanna do what you gonna do with 4?
Add it to both sides.
Add 4 to both sides. Very good. So k squared minus 4k plus 4. What is negative 6 plus 4?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. Alright, so with this whole thing become k. Alright, one more for Obed. Brittany, this whole thing here become what? K. This is the half of the b. You take half of the b.
K minus
Minus what?
squared,
Huh?
2 squared.
Minus, oh, k minus 2 and then everything squared. That's what you meant, yes. K minus 2 and then everything squared, yes. Equal to the 2. What next? Vanessa? You're taking the square root of it. Okay, 1 point for Brittany. So k minus 2 equal to? So square root of 2. Just do square root of 2. You see the I, because you have negative inside square root, right? So there's the I right here. And okay, remember, don't write like this. I cannot be inside the square root, okay? Stop right here. So I outside, like this, okay? And then, did I miss anything?
Yeah.
What is that? Huh? Plus minus, okay? And then plus 2 on both sides, and that's it. So your answer should be 2 plus minus square root of 2i. Well, if you write plus minus square root of 2i plus 2, is this right or wrong? Well, technically it's not wrong, but it's not in the, what's it called? Standard form. Okay, so write standard form. Remember, I always come after, like imaginary come after. Like here, it still come after, and then the real part will first too. Okay? You want point for Vanessa? In case you don't know what they actually ask you, so they ask you they give you this homework on the homework number 15. X squared plus 6x plus c. Okay? They ask, the first part is they ask you to find the value of the c. So that this is the complete square. This is the one you find on the side. You do the complete square. So how do you complete the square again? You're gonna
Divided by 2.
take half of the middle one, right? So 6 divided by 2 is what?
3.
3, and then what are you gonna do with the 3?
Square root.
You square it,
Square it.
become 9. That's the c.
Oh.
That's the one you add here to complete the square, right? That's the one you add here to complete the square. Do you agree? So this is what they're asking you. So x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay? That's the one they're asking you. They're here. The one they asked you is here. The missing square. That's what they're asking for. Okay? And then the second part, then they say write the expression as the square of binomial. So that means x, how do you write it? How do you write it? The big square, the new square. X what? X plus 3 square. That's two things they ask you. So you stop here, you need to solve it. Okay? That's the first part of the homework. Finding C, you just need to do this. Find the C, rewrite it as the square, that's it. Okay? Don't solve it. The solving is next one. Okay? Alright.